All right, so we have a announcement, please. One day only on this next item, which is one of our best values of the day, as you guys know. The price is for a very limited time until they sell out, which very well might happen, or until the end of the day, in which case the price goes up and will not be back down at this price again for at least 6 months. In fact, we are not able to reorder this at all for the rest of this year. So what we have right now in our inventory is it, unless you get the auto delivery. If you get the auto delivery, we can continue to ship this to you every 90 days. But what are you getting? This is the Rastelli Holiday Entertaining Package. Have we ever done something like this before?
We have never done anything like this, and it's huge. And
I know.
You mentioned value. Oh my goodness.
Well, you're getting
it's incredible.
8 tippity tip of the top creme de la creme steaks,
top of the line,
filet mignons. You're getting 8 of those, 5 ounces each. You're also getting 8 of these big 6-ounce Faroe Island salmon fillets. These are hot sellers all by themselves here at QVC. These are the most delicious salmon, flavorful. You add nothing. You put them in a fry pan. Done.
They're that
perfect. And then these shrimp, I am so addicted to these. These are Japanese style shrimp. They are fried shrimp that's got panko on the outside, your proprietary blend. It's delicious. And that whole thing is a piece of shrimp.
It is.
It's not just like a little shrimp and a bunch of panko crust.
And you know, I always like to start with the raw material, so I'm going to bring you right over to the block. And we've got so much to show today, so I want to start with the shrimp. So these are not small shrimp. These are jumbo shrimp. So we're starting with a very, very large jumbo shrimp. But see what we do with them, Carolyn? We actually take them, we peel this and completely clean them, take all of the shell off except for the tail.
Because that's like your little handle.
That's a little handle. And then we basically cut through so that we straighten it out. So look at the size of this shrimp. This is absolutely huge. We then dip it in the panko. We get a finished product here. Now we flash fry it so that all you have to do is take it home, put it on a baking sheet, 450 in your oven at 25 minutes, and you have a beautiful, crisp shrimp, jumbo shrimp.
And they are so good. You cannot eat just one, and a good thing because you're getting 50, and that means this is dinner for 8 people right here. If you're having a dinner party, and each person will get a filet mignon. They'll get a salmon fillet, and they'll get like 6 or 7 shrimp.
Oh, that's
7 or 8
more
shrimp.
than a dinner party. That's
yes. Okay. So what else?
So I'm going to go now to the salmon. So our Faroe Island salmon is the finest salmon in the entire world. And I wanted you to mention and look at this. These white flecks here, this is marbling. And of course, there's our Faroe Islands. The Faroe Islands is a very pristine place northwest of Scotland. These fish are fed with antibiotic-free, fresh product as far as their dietary. And it's Arctic cold water that's flowing through them fjords. So you get a beautiful, pristine, clean product. But what I want to show you is the marbling. So look at the marbling
and
inside
that equals flavor, right?
That equals flavor. So when we talk about a product like meat or seafood, this is what we look for. This is what makes the creme de la creme. This is the same salmon that goes to those beautiful sushi restaurants. That's how high the quality of the salmon is.
And salmon is so good for you.
Highest amount of omega-3s you could possibly get.
You need to be eating some salmon, especially salmon that's this good. You won't want to stop eating it, but omega-3s and tons of vitamins.
Yes. And then, of course, as a butcher, here's our tenderloin. Here's our center cut fillet. So let me just grab this because I don't want to use the same. But here's what we look at in our tenderloin, right? Center cut, but again, look at the marbling inside that. That's what we look for as a butcher. That beautiful marbling inside that filet mignon. That beautiful marbling inside that salmon. And of course, our customers come into our butcher shop each and every week.
How long has the Rastelli name been on meats?
41 years.
Wow.
And we sell restaurants and more importantly to our guests here at QVC. And when they come into our butcher shop, there's always a family member there. This is a family business. So for 40 years, they've come in to really know who we are and see what we do.
Well, and let me just tell you, I know you know the Rastelli name from QVC and many of you from before that. But what you may not know is that, I'm just going to say it like this. The best steak restaurant in your town, whatever that may be, no doubt uses Rastelli beef.
In most cases, you're absolutely
I mean,
right.
I'm talking about those really high-end steak restaurants.
Yes.
That's who the Rastellis supply their meats to. So you know this is the best of the best. And not only is it the best of the best brand, but in this set you're getting the best cut of the steak.
Yes, the best cut of steak, the center cut fillet. So we're going to start with the filet mignon. So the filet mignon, again, that's that steak that goes along for the ride. That's that muscle. So that's why everyone is tender. So look at how beautiful this steak is. It almost falls apart as I'm just touching it.
Like butter.
Right, like butter. This is that steak that on that menu says market price because they don't want to tell you. So
it's a surprise.
It is a surprise. So these steaks are the finest. And again, these are black Angus steaks. So this is not a steak that's coming from anything other than the very, very best, finest quality you're going to get. Midwest farms and all small family farmers that we deal with. So we know where that product comes from.
Can I have a little tiny sliver?
You certainly
just
can.
Just a little smidge.
I'll give you a nice,
here comes Sharon.
And
Come
I know
on
Sharon
in.
loves
I'm just starting to have a bite too.
I know
Let's just
Sharon
get right
loves
in.
filet.
So don't you just love Rastelli meats?
Well, I love
And-
everything. The seafood, everything is top notch.
And you know, and this family has such credibility. We love this whole family here at QVC. And
thank you so
this
much.
set is unbelievable.
You know what? I love this because when I look at it, frankly, I've been chatting with Adina Michio, so I wasn't really listening to much of what you guys were saying. But I will tell you that when I look at this, I see appetizers already built in. I see the seafood. I see the turf. So this could be like a version of surf and turf. I see so many different ways to do this on a single evening, let alone spreading this out.
Or if you're not planning on having a party, look at all the meals you can have.
Yes.
Or you and your kids, or you and your husband.
Sometimes,
or you and your favorite couple that comes over.
Sometimes you go out to a restaurant and you're just getting like filet mignon, and for 4 people, 196 is conservative for 4 people, and you're not getting any salmon. You're not getting the extra steaks. You're not getting any of the shrimp. This is amazing.
It really is, and it's not just a party pack, as you had mentioned, Caroline. This is something right up in front here. Take a look at this assortment here. This is just half of what you're going to get, right? This is,
oh my God.
This is enough for a huge party, and the other half is going in your freezer.
Sharon, do you want a shrimp?
Yes.
Oh,
you can't walk away and not have.
All right, I'm going to have a shrimp.
And aren't those
dip it in there?
beautiful?
Dip it in the Japanese.
There you go.
The
Look
sriracha
at that.
sauce.
Oh, is that sriracha?
I don't know.
And what yes.
Oh yes.
And what I love
The
about
panko is so crispy.
yes.
So good.
And it's shrimp all the way. Shrimp all the way through.
Oh, man. Yes, that whole thing is shrimp.
That's right, and you even have the little helper handle on the end, and you can eat all the way up to that helper handle.
But no peelies. You did all the peely part.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, you don't eat the helper handle, Sharon.
You'll actually notice here, I cut one right in half. So I want you to see that it is shrimp through and through from one end to the other. As I showed you the raw shrimp over on the block. And again, all we do is take that shrimp, little bit of panko breading on top of there. We flash fry it and make it really simple for you. All you do is put it on a cookie sheet or a baking pan, right, in the oven, 450, and you've got a beautiful hors d'oeuvre, or actually a meal if you want that.
As the song goes, these are a few of my favorite things right here on this tray. Let me have a little smidge of that salmon.
Yes, so
the salmon. I think if I had to go eeny, meeny, miny, I would buy your salmon and eat it every day of the week.
I have to tell you, what I love about the salmon, first of all, I was never a fish eater because remember, I'm a butcher. So until we started bringing in Faroe Island salmon, and I will tell you, look at the quality of this salmon. Look at the way this is. The highest quality salmon you could possibly buy. And because it flakes like that means that you have a tremendous amount of moisture, omega-3s inside of that. So look at how beautiful that salmon is.
And really, all you have to do is put a little olive oil or whatever in a fry pan.
That's it, and just right in the saute it, and
it takes no time.
No time at all, and you can cook it as rare as you'd like because the quality of this salmon is so high. It's got so much of that marbling in there that as a butcher we look for.
And you're getting all this delicious food, and as Sharon said, you could use the shrimp for appetizers as well, but I would take some of these salmon fillets if I wasn't having the full dinner party and use them on salads.
Yes.
These are so good with like some chopped up little yellow and cherry tomatoes and some cucumber and some delicious dill dressing on a salad. So good. And then, if you would dare cut up a filet mignon and put it on a salad, I guess some people would.
You might.
But I mean, that steak, you can cut it with a fork.
You can. And when I can do this with salmon and just flake it right off, look. one piece after another. It's just
that melts in your mouth.
It does really melt in your mouth.
Oh my gosh,
it is
that's
that good.
delicious.
So when you talk about surf and turf, you know, some people talk about lobster tail, and some people talk about it. For me, it's just the Faroe Island salmon. It's the finest salmon out there. And when you marry it with this beautiful Black Angus center cut filet mignon and all these what you can consider appetizers. Now, I like to eat that shrimp as a meal, not just as an appetizer.
This is dinner for at least 8, and it could go further if you're talking about kids, for under $200.
Yes.
So let me just ask you, how much would you spend for dinner for 8 at a restaurant? You could probably barely get dinner for 2. Sharon said 4. I know my husband and I have been shocked on New Year's Eve to see for 3 people a bill for $600 or some crazy thing.
That's exactly right. When you think about that surf and turf dinner where it says market price, you're almost afraid to ask.
Yeah, and again, you're in the comfort of your own home. You can prepare some of your favorite side dishes if you want to have a lovely salad, maybe have the Junior's cheesecake for dessert. And you've got a fabulous 6-star restaurant, many Michelin stars, dinner that you have spent a fraction of the price for, and you're at home, so it's more fun.
It is. And you know, again, you probably don't even need to bring a knife to the set, because look at this filet mignon, right? Here's a full filet mignon. I'm just going to take my fork and I'm going to cut it right in half with a fork. Look how easy. Now, what steak are you going to be able to take that's cut an inch thick and be able to cut it with a fork? Not very many, but when you get a Black Angus center cut filet mignon, as you mentioned, you know, what this would cost if you went into a restaurant would just be probably wipe your wallet out for that night.
I like a 5-ounce steak. I think it's a great size. It's not too much. You know, often when you go to a restaurant, the steaks are huge. And, you know, I end up bringing it home, and it's never as good the next day. You know, sometimes I share with my puppies. But I love the size of these salmons and fillets.
Yes, it's, you know, and it's simple because they're each one is individually vacuum packaged, so you can pull these out of your freezer in a moment and get these ready to go. You know, you can thaw them out the day before, or you can actually just take them, run them under cold water for less than 5 minutes, and you're going to have a steak ready to go, and that salmon's going to be ready to go as well.
Just some basic stuff. These will stay in your freezer for what, a year?
12 months.
These are cryovac sealed, and you can take them out of the big Rastelli box and just scatter them around in all the nooks and crannies of your freezer, so they don't. You're thinking, oh, that's so much food. Where am I going to put it?
Yes.
Take it out of the boxes. They stay perfect, just like this, in your freezer. And then, as you said, take them out the day before to thaw them out if you'd like.
Very simple.
And again, really, this is how it comes.
Yes, and of course the shrimp really are nice and convenient. There's 10 in every package. So you just open the top of the package, pull out one at a time as you need them. So it really makes it easy.
So you're getting 50 of those. So 50 shrimp, 8 filet mignons, and 8 salmon fillets from the Faroe Islands. And these are getting limited. So there is no more coming in for this year of this set. This is the holiday entertaining package. We have all that we have in stock right now, and if you want it for this holiday season or for New Year's Eve or even for the first part of 2018, you need to get it before it's gone. And if you want, you can get the auto delivery, however, every 90 days for a year. We'll make sure you get yours first. Ray, you've done it again.
Thank you so much.
You guys are amazing. Thanks. Happy holidays. Mwah. Okay, Mama Mancini's is sold out. Can I add the word again to that statement? Because they fly out of here every time. They're so delicious. All right.